All right, recording. So I'm gonna quickly share my screen. I'm gonna talk a little bit of recognition from last month, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about dates, important dates for October, and then I'll kind of get into the topic of goal setting. So hopefully. Who can I see? Jess, can you see my screen? Okay. All right, so there's the title. So here's some recognition. Shelby actually had Success Club 32 for the month, so congratulations, Shelby. Lauren with Success Club 12, myself with Success Club 16. I'm gonna name everyone because I think that every single person on this board is important. Even if you didn't hit Success Club this month, this is why I think this team call is super important, because everyone I know that is on this call obviously has goals in their business, and I know you obviously want to help people. So hopefully, and I know you will be on the board for next month. So Andrea with Success Club 10, Bailey with Success Club 10, Shannon with Success Club 10, Allison, Jessica, Jocelyn, and Katie with Success Club 8, Kelsey with Success Club 6, Brittany and Carly and Kiata and Riley and Star with Success Club 4, and Ashley and Paige and Rosa with Success Club 2. Even if you didn't hit Success Club 6 or more, honestly, I think what you did is amazing. You're helping someone in some way. So seriously, be proud of yourself, no matter what you did this last month. Obviously, we're going to reach for higher every single month, and we're going to push for goals together. So just keep in mind what your Success Club goals are for this month, October. So these are just some dates to keep in mind. All month is the Beat Your Best promotion. If you don't know what that is, I'm not really going to get into full detail about it. The FAQ is 2775, but basically it talks about beating your best Success Club points, and you get a medal for a certain amount of points that you beat. It explains more in the FAQ if you want to know more about it. Obviously, I'm going to try my best to push for it. It's a lot of Success Club points, but obviously, if we push together as a team, we can do it. All month is Achieve Success Club 5 to earn your Success Club reward. That's also an FAQ. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. I'm just trying to get through these October dates. So yesterday, October 1st, Morning Meltdown launched in Beachbody On Demand member library. The new coach onboarding launched as well. So what this is basically for new coaches that sign up, they're going to get an email, and I believe there's 5 videos for them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Explaining what like the back office is, like explaining just like helpful videos for them for the beginning of their coaching journey. So I'm actually excited about it. I haven't watched the videos yet. They're probably really helpful for new coaches. So I'm pretty sure that everyone should have gotten an email about that, but there also is an FAQ for that too. October 7th to 21st is 6 weeks of the Work launch group. I'm not going to be in that one. I'm waiting to finish Morning Meltdown 100. I know a few people are waiting to do that. I know Shelby's starting it. I know a few other people are starting it. So I'm really jealous because I really want to start it, but I really want to finish Morning Meltdown 100. I think what I might do is I might purchase it and just do random workouts here and there so I don't get the FOMO. And then October 25th, the Fall Summit ticket promo starts. And then your promo code expires October 31st. So these are just some examples of making a commitment when you want to reach a goal. I kind of just thought of these after work because if you have a goal, you obviously need to make commitments for yourself. So being coachable, I think this is huge. So like say Shelby or Riley or whoever your upline is, if they're giving you advice like saying you should probably run a coach sneak peek, or you should probably post more, or you should probably be sending more invites, like anything like that, or saying to do like continue what you're doing. Obviously, if that's working, we're going to tell you that to keep doing that. So being coachable, being open to new ideas, 10 times in your vitals, following the program you're doing. So making sure you're following the nutrition program. I'll be honest, my nutrition has been crap since my grandpa passed away. I know that kind of probably sounds like an excuse, but it's just been hard, like emotionally eating. So I'm going to try and get back on track with my nutrition. It's making me feel like crap, and I think that's why I'm so tired throughout the day. Finding a healthy balance between working and social time. Actually, at the end of this call, I kind of came up with more power hours together. That's something that I think I've been lacking in, is kind of being on focused team calls with everyone. So I kind of came up with days and times that we could all have like wide team power hours together. And so I'm really excited about that. Being smart with your time, showing up for team calls. Honestly, I think these are so important. I used to be very wishy-washy with team calls when I first started coaching, which is terrible. I think this is where we can actually like meet up and ask questions and talk to each other, since obviously we can't in person. So I think like as much as you can, hopping on team calls and national wake up calls. I also used to be very wishy-washy with those, but I make sure that I check that box off and watch the national wake up call and actually implement it into my business if I think it would be helpful for me. Being vulnerable on social media, so being yourself, being authentic, calling yourself out on your excuses, kind of like what I just did, like my nutrition. Obviously, I can control what I'm eating, so that's just something I need to fix myself. And you can call yourself out in your business excuses too. Ask for help when needed. So if you need help with something, don't be afraid to ask questions. Like reach out to your coach, reach out on Team Empower, ask questions on like the team page. If you're struggling with something, like I don't know that if you're not asking me, so I'd rather you guys ask so we can help as much as we can. If you guys have any other ideas, feel free to shout them out. These are just some. These are just kind of things that you can say to yourself, like you do have the power of choice and you have the choice to make it. So telling yourself more positive things, like saying that you can do it and believing in yourself. I know it sounds kind of silly, but like the more you envision it and the more that you tell yourself that you'll be able to do it, the more that you'll be able to push harder and work for it and go all in for it. So those are just some more things. So I just kind of wanted to take a few minutes for all of us to write down 5 goals that you want to achieve by the end of the year. And I want you to be like specific, like what's that look like to you? Why do you want to hit these goals? And then after the time is done, I'd really like to share, like I'd like everyone to share at least one goal, or if you want to share all of them. You don't have to be specific. You can just say what your goal is, but for you personally, I think it's important to write like and dig deep and visualize what that goal looks like to you and why you want to hit that goal. Like, for example, if you say you want to hit diamond, you can't just be like, I want to hit diamond. Like, why do you want to hit diamond? What does that look like to you? Or why do you want to be an elite coach? What does that look like to you? So let's take a couple minutes to write down 5 goals. And then we'll all share them. I'm going to write down mine too.
I just wanted to add something.
Thanks, Shelby. Sure.
One thing I was thinking about when you were saying that we were going to have this call topic tonight, like once you start to lead a team, this is a conversation that you have a lot of the time as a leader. And one thing that always comes to my mind is it's hard to write down scary goals, sure. It can be tough, but it's even harder to put in the work to hit those scary goals. So as you're thinking right now and writing down those goals, think what are the things you're going to have to sacrifice to make that happen? And also think as you're writing that down, are you willing to make that sacrifice? Because if you're not, that's okay. But then don't tell yourself you're going to hit that goal, because it does come with like sacrifice and work that you have to put in. So I always think that's something that's like really important to keep in mind too. And then the other thing is if you're going to say something's your goal, make sure you hold yourself to that, because then your team is counting on you. It's no longer about you anymore. It's about you showing other people that it's possible. So those are just like a couple things that I thought would maybe.
It's true. Thanks,
Hey guys, there's a couple of you that aren't muted, and all I can hear is like muffled sounds in the back. So just make sure you're muted.
I wonder who it is. Oh, it says Brett. Sorry to call you out there, Brett, but I think it's you. All right. Do you guys want music on while we're doing this? Yeah? Okay. 1 second. Any...
I don't even know how to fix that.
Donna, you can mute her as the Zoom room owner.
Oh, I can? Okay. I don't know how. 1 sec.
She's muted now.
She's muted. She's muted.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that. I'll have to figure it out. Looking for a song. 1 second.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect.
Never meant to leave you hurting. I've never meant to do the worst thing. Not to you. Cause every time I read your message, I wish I wasn't one of your exes. No, I'm the fool. Since you're gone, pretending I'm my own. These boys that sing my song, they can't turn me on. Cause baby, you're the only one I'm coming for. I can't take no more, no more, no more. But I'm broken hearted, but I like to party. I got nobody here on my own. I wanna but I'm broken hearted, but I can't party. I got nobody, so I do it too. Every single night I lose it. I can't even hear the music without you. Try to stop myself from calling, but I really wanna know if Lord, someone new. Since you're gone, I've been dancing on my own. These boys that sing my song, they can't turn me on. Cause baby, you're the only one I'm coming for. I can't take no more, no more, no more. I'm broken hearted, but I like to party. I got nobody here on my own. I wanna but I'm broken hearted, but I can't party. I got nobody, so I do it so
Is everybody done, or do you need more time? Good. Okay, so if this is okay, I'm just gonna go by who I can see in order, and then you can unmute yourself and share your goals. Does that sound good? All right. Noelle, you're first.
Okay. So my first goal for the month or for the end of the year is to get Success Club 8 for 3 months in a row. So hopefully do that. And then the second one is to do a coach sneak peek or challenger. I might start with challenger and then see how that goes. I'm doing a giveaway with that too, so
Awesome.
samples and shaker cups. And then I want to use 20-pound weights on my workouts. I'm at 15s right now. And then I want to try to do triples 3 times a week. I've been doing them as much as I can lately, but
Damn, girl.
I want personal development incorporated in a morning routine.
That is huge. I love that.
Yeah.
When I first started working out, I didn't have personal development in my morning routine, and it's honestly like a life changer. So
Yeah,
I love that.
I like doing.
Thanks for sharing. Also, guys, don't be Jocelyn. Hang on. I started coaching last October, and it is my goal to hit diamond in a year. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Okay. It is my goal to hit diamond. Diamond is my goal because I know it's not just a me thing, it's a team thing. I also want to exceed my best success club points this month and 1-star by the end of the year. Sorry, I'm on a computer in the lab studying for my exam tomorrow and can't talk. Yes, girl. Love it. You're so cute. And you'll totally hit that, so I know it's coming. I can see it. Jess, you're next.
Yay, that's awesome, Joss. By the way, you're gonna kill it. So I also like diamond too, of course. It happened so fast, but like it's gonna be a year in February. So I'm like, I of course want to hit diamond before my year. So of course before the end of the year. So that's definitely like I want to like just like with all this like crazy. I don't know if you guys know about the teachers and everything. I was talking to Sean about it today, but the strike and everything, and even like as an ACE right now, like the income could be changing depending on what happens with everything. So, like it's coaching has been of course a side hustle, but I just want to take it like just 10 times more seriously, like make it like really intense business instead of just my side hustle, because it can obviously bring me a lot of opportunities. I also want to do personal development in the morning too. Like I do it at night before I go to bed, but I want to set my alarm earlier and do it in the morning. That'll be helpful for my day. And then just talk about coaching more often, and of course financially like make between not between, there's no limits, but right now like set myself between 300 to 500 every week, because that would definitely help me out right now. So I want to talk more about coaching like every day or every other day even, just to bring that opportunity to my team.
I love that you talked about financial goals, because I feel like a lot of people get like scared to talk about that because they think that they won't be able to achieve it, but like it's so doable being a coach. So that's awesome. Paige.
Okay, I'm so nervous. I don't know why. I feel really anxious, but
I'm always nervous, so it's fine.
I don't know why. I normally am not, but whatever. So I said 2-star diamond coach by the end of this year, which I know is like really scary. And
oh my God.
Yeah. But I know 1-star is definitely like all in my control because my mom signed up under me, so for sure 1-star. I also talked about a financial goal is making at least $500 weekly. This is the first year during school that I haven't had a job, so for sure taking that more seriously and stepping it up that way. And then my last one was just starting to build like a badass team under me, which I'm really excited about.
Yay! Oh, I love hearing all these goals. I love this team call because I love hearing what other people have to say. Thanks, Paige. Who's next? Kiara.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, my voice is like really just not okay right now. Like it's like allergy season hitting. Like, yeah, not good.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So my first one is to hit Success Club every month because it's been 2 months and I wanted to hit Success Club every month of me coaching and I didn't, and I'm mad about it, but I'm moving on. So Success Club every month. And I also want to sign up 2 coaches each month. And with that, I want to do a sneak peek each month, both coaching and challenger sneak peeks. And I also want to start going live more because I've never done it and I want to break out of my comfort zone with that. And I also want to really focus more on personal development because it's also important with my school stuff that I focus on personal development. So I really need to start grinding with that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Shelby.
Okay. So huge goals like elite, and then 5-star diamond, like actually locked in because you can hit elite without actually being like officially 5-star qualified. So I'd like to be actually 5-star qualified. First $1,000 week, which is what I'm hoping for. I've gotten very, very, very close, but just wanting to break that $1,000 mark in 1 week.
So excited.
Qualify for NLC, which is like 1 star, and then finish actually in the top 200 because it's again like something that's so close, but we'll just take a little bit of extra push.
So close. You guys will. 100%. Thanks, Shelby. Lauren.
I love watching your face light up every time someone says their goal, Shauna. Shauna's like,
I love it.
Okay, so by the end of the year, I would like to start making $200 a week because I'm now moved out of the house. I'm not living with my parents anymore, so that's going to start adding up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, which I've been pushing for forever, obviously I want to hit diamond. That's like been the ultimate goal for a little while now.
You're like
I would have 100% hit it this month, but I got sick and I haven't done anything for the last week, which sucked, but that's coming. It will come this month, 100%. I want to hit SC10 every month for the rest of the year. I want to hit 6,000 followers by the end of the year, at least. And I want to build my mom's account to a very stable emerald by the end of the year, at least.
Yeah, I always think it's so smart when people sign up like an account that they can control, especially when you want to hit diamond for the first time. Because then
and I have like my best friend is signed up as well, so I can use her account too. So hopefully I'll get into that as well if I can get my mom to a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's smart. Very smart. So close to diamond. Oh my gosh, you guys are just gonna be like boom, 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 diamond. I can see it. The other Lauren.
So I just want to say hi to everybody. I see some new faces on here, and I think this is my first big team call. I've only been on one with Shelby, I think, and 1 or 2 other ladies. So I'm super nervous, but I'm thrilled to be on here. So I have not done any invites yet, so that is like number 1 on my list. I was in the Power Hour the other day, and I felt the fire. Like I felt the push that all you girls seem to put out there, and like I just had an awesome day yesterday. So I'm geared up. So I'm ready to just start making that contact list and sending invites, even if it's just like 2 or 3 a day. I want to start sharing videos about the program I'm doing. So I'm working on the 21 Day Fix Extreme.
Great program.
Yeah, I did the 21 days like real time and then a couple small ones in between. And I just want to be more committed to the stuff I do and make that time that like Shelby acknowledged. I've been doing, for professional development, I started with the National Wake Up Call, so I've been listening to the podcast for that. And then if there's any professional development books that you ladies suggest, you can send them my way, because
Oh gosh.
I love the idea of the reading club that Shelby did. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm sure there'll be lots of questions firing all your ways in the next little while. So
Yeah, that's awesome. No, feel free to ask questions because obviously, like, when all of us first started, and continued. We still all ask questions, so I still ask questions, so it's fine. Thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Cecilia.
Well, mine is to do more personal development and regular power hours. And then I want to hit Success Club, maybe do a challenge group. And then for my
Like your own
workouts,
challenge group?
maybe. We'll see.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then get to like over 15-pound weights for my workouts. And I want to finish Morning Meltdown 100.
Awesome. What day are you on?
51.
Oh my God, so close.
Yeah.
A good program. Megan.
See message in the chat. I can't talk because my boyfriend's friends are over watching the Leafs game and they are very loud. My goals are to become an Emerald coach and to create a morning routine. I also would like to have foreigner fathers by the end of the year.
Awesome. Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm like crying because Shauna's like sitting there like this, like so ready.
I was like, she's like on the opposite side of the freaking chat, so I was like looking at her like, okay, does she want to
That was funny.
Taylor.
Okay, so I don't know, like Paige, I'm also super nervous, but only because because we also have the same goals, but my major goal is to hit 2-star, which makes me want to literally gag, because it's honestly my own personal.
You want to gag?
Like, ugh.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's my own personal like self-stopping it, because I'm still like my own confidence is like there, like in my personal life, but it's just the coaching aspect that's lacking. So that's like my other main focus, is that I need to start actually talking about in my stories. I'm getting better, like in actual real life, face to face to people, because like my friends bring it up and like my close friends, I can talk about it, but with like people I'm not as close, they're like, oh yeah, what are you posting about on Instagram? And I'm like, oh yeah, we can't talk about this.
I'm the same way. It's terrible.
So like it petrifies me. But one thing that's really been helping me is that my parents are actually doing the last 90 days challenge with me. So I'm helping them through that. So that's helping me a little bit. But I'm also need to stick to my morning routine and honestly just stop with my own excuses and in my mind. So I now have like a list of things that I'm going to read every day, and hopefully that will get better.
Yeah, I love that you called yourself out. Because it's true, like a lot of the things that we aren't achieving is because of our own, like we're not working hard to get there kind of thing. Hard enough.
Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Who said that? Oh, Paige.
Yeah, sorry, just to chime in. I'm so glad, like this all just kind of hit me right now. I'm so glad that we're doing this team call tonight. Like, I don't know, coming off of last month, I wasn't feeling very good about myself and I was feeling really down. And just because I had set out these like really big goals and I hadn't hit them, and I almost didn't make goals for this month because I'm like, I keep making goals and I'm not necessarily always hitting them, and it gets really exhausting. So I literally sat back and I was like, I don't know that I want to make goals this month because I'm scared and I'm holding myself back. So glad we're doing this. And I don't know, this is just like everything I needed tonight. So I just want to say.
Yeah, I think we all need it, to be honest. Like I needed it for myself. Even just writing this out, I was like, wow, I really need to get my shit together.
So I have a cool quote that I heard the other day or yesterday. It could have been in the Rachel Hollis podcast, but it was like, you do not get what you are looking for, you get what you deal with. So it's like if you're okay with like being mediocre, then like you're dealing with that, then like that's what you're gonna get. If you're not okay with that, you're gonna push yourself more.
So true.
So like that kind of hit me that I was like, oh yeah, I guess I've been like okay with where I've been sitting.
So true. I love her quotes. They always hit hard. Right here. Who hasn't shared yet? Sid?
I was like, don't look at me.
She's like, I already shared.
No, I was gonna raise my hand, and then I'm like, no, wait, maybe she'll forget. But
I don't forget people. Okay.
Yeah, so kind of like what Paige said about how I haven't been reaching my goals, and it's just like a really big bummer. And then I'm like, fuck this. What's the point of even making these goals? Because I'm not gonna hit them. But yeah, this is really like uplifting and good to know that there's people on the same page as me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was good. But my October goals, I would like to get my following up to 1,000. I'm at like 940, whatever. I know it's not like the biggest deal. It's just, I don't know, just like one of those things that I'm like, I'd like this. I need to do personal development because I'm a piece of shit and don't do any of that kind of stuff.
Oh my god, you are not a piece of shit, girl.
I don't take the time to do these little things for myself, like that only benefit me. I don't know. So I need to do that and just, get off my own ass and, whatever. I need to be more present on my stories like how I used to be. But again, with the whole like setting goal thing and not seeing results, I was kind of like, this doesn't matter, whatever. But I do get a lot more like responses when I am more active, like talking on my stories, like just being like real.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, be more present in power hours and team calls because I'm terrible for that and just don't make the time for these things. And the biggest one, I want to be able to like feel comfortable like re-messaging people who have ghosted me previously, because I feel really weird. Like I don't even know how to get started with that. Like if I've like already invited them and they don't answer, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess.
Are they people that are still watching your stuff? And
yeah, like they're watching my stories. Like I posted on my story what nail color I should do my nails today, and some of these people like vote on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Just answer my freaking message.
I continue to invite every single month as long as they're still watching my stuff and following my posts, because to me it's not weird if they're still watching me. So
the other thing
I just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, the way I like to do it is I always end it like I can say like, hey, so you've been following my journey for a little while now. Have you thought any more about joining me? Because then you're acknowledging that you invited them before and it's not like a copy paste same invite.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it less weird. The other thing I want to say to you is you need to read The Slight Edge, because it's these little things that add up.
Yeah.
Like I think that go buy that book on Amazon tonight and start that as development, because it will solve your problems.
I'll literally do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what I do is I just make sure I send a different invite every month. Like as long as you're not sending the exact same message, like I'll just like mix up the words, or I'll say like, oh, this month we're focusing on this, or like anything to make it seem a bit different. Because I've had people that answer me on the 4th month.
Oh my god.
So
I just
stick with it, they will come.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the most annoying person. Well, I feel like the most annoying person, but the same thing happens to me. I feel like they always answer me on the 3rd or 4th time, and I'm like, well, that's why I'm going to keep sending them every month, because for like February, it's like, no, I'm really inviting for like June. Like you're going to sign up in June, but I'm inviting in February, because they'll just keep creeping you. One girl told me to F off, and she still watches my stories. Like, girl, you want to sign up? Like,
it's so true. Like some people don't sign up till like actually like a year later. So
okay.
I think I'm a prime example of that. Shelby messaged me probably like 5 or 6 times throughout the school year, and not that like I was ever like I can't believe some people are that rude about it, but she just like the persistence and like consistency, I guess, is there.
Yeah.
And like, emphasizing like what she was doing at the time, like I think piqued my interest too when once
Mhm.
I finally came around. So yeah, don't give up.
That's good to know.
You're not alone.
Yeah, thank you.
Was that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share mine because it's not fair if I make all of you share yours and I don't share mine. Because mine make me want to gag too, Taylor. So my goals are 5-star diamond. So for our team to go elite. Top 10 in Canada. This is like more program based. I want to go all in with a program like with nutrition. I did it with Morning Meltdown 100 for a little while, but like lately my nutrition has just been shit and it's like really affecting me. So I really want to continue to go all in for the rest of the year as best as I can. And I want to continue to add more coaches to our team. I want our team calls to be huge. Like I want there to be like 50 faces on this call by the end of the year at least. So those are my goals for the end of the year. And I'm really happy that you all shared yours because I know it's scary to like unmute yourself and actually like be truthful about what you want to reach in your business, but you have to talk about it if you want to reach it, because if you're just keeping it a secret, then you're really never going to push for it. So I do have a little bit, hang on. My friggin' brain is all over the place here.
I just had a random question.
Yes, for me?
Just for everybody, because I was like, so looking at everyone's goals, like talking to people and getting to know them, and hearing this too, this is what made me think of it, is when I think about how we got to Diamond, I'm trying to think of what processes are duplicable and how can we teach other people to apply that. One thing we really did was run our own push to Emerald groups.
Yeah.
And that's something that hasn't happened in a long time. So I just wanted to like put a feeler out there and see if anyone wanted to like collab and run an Emerald group. Not necessarily that I want to run it, because I feel like it's important that you take the leadership yourself if that's your goal to become a leader. But just to put feelers out there to see if like people wanted to pair up, or we can like co-host it with other people, but not that we are like running it for you kind of deal. Just something to think of. If you guys wanted to do that, that's something we could definitely arrange.
It's so true.
Stupid question, but what is Push to Emerald group thing that you mentioned just now?
So kind of like how in September and August we were running like a diamond push. Basically what it is people who are pushing for diamond, who are already Emerald or close to Emerald, and have people under them who are starting to work their businesses. Basically what it would be like training videos. We would dive a little bit deeper into topics like how do you invite someone the second month in a row, make it that sort of stuff. And there can be like a prize for whoever hits Emerald by that date. But it's really like an accountability group where, because you want to be the leader, like because you're trying to be a leader, you're leading this group because your coaches are only ever going to do half of what you do. So it's really like, it's just staying close to that fire and keeping everyone like pushing together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so true. When you're wanting to push to reach the same goal as someone, it's kind of like a race to get there, and you will literally hit it at the same time, most likely, just like Shelby and Riley did. The three of us just like push together, and I think that's what this community is about, is like you have to work together to get there. So I agree, Shelby. I think we should do those again. So these are just something I implement them in my morning routine. So I know a lot of you had goals to implement this kind of stuff in your morning routine. You can add like personal development to this too. So these are just some things that you can implement. So the first thing is start with gratitude. So something that you're grateful for, like 3 to 5 things. It just allows you to like see where you want to go, especially if you're writing it down every single day. Number 2 is 5 to 10 dreams that you made happen. So kind of writing it down like it already happened. I know when I write these down, it kind of gives me goosebumps because I can just visualize it and see it happening. Number 3 is the goal that you're going to achieve first, and go all in with that goal first. So if your goal is to hit diamond, go all in with that goal first before your next goal kind of thing. Because if you're kind of all over the place and trying to hit all these goals at once, you're just going to get overwhelmed, and you just kind of take it a step at a time. And then write down these daily. I think like the more you talk about it, the more you see it written down, the more you like wake up every morning and think about it, the more it's on your mind. And this has just helped me. Like I just started this year. And I've seen a lot of changes when I've started to implement it, plus personal development. And then these are just, I'm going to post this in the team page, but I know that like lately I haven't been doing just like random power hours, and I know like how important that is for me and for everyone else. So these are just a couple days. Like I don't know if these days work for you guys. You can just hop on whatever days work for you. So Tuesdays, I'm going to have an open power hour at 8 p.m. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Wednesdays are obviously our team calls. The Win Your Morning Crew, I'm going to start using this link. And I know a lot of people like do their workouts at different times. So if the morning workouts don't work out for you, that's all right. But it's Monday to Friday, so maybe you can at least make 1 to 2 if that works for you and your schedule. And then last month, right here, you can see we're doing a compound effect book. I know Shelby runs one, so if you're like confused, don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure Shelby runs one with you guys. But anyone's welcome. It's like a kind of like a book club / leadership group. Last month we did the Slight Edge. This month we're going to do the compound effect. So basically it's just like nightly check-ins with your VATs. It's called Level Up Leadership Group, and we're just kind of checking in on how we can implement this book into our business. And every month we're going to do a different book. So this month is the compound effect. So if you are interested in being added to that group, just feel free to ask and I'll add you to it. So that starts next week. And I think that was everything. But does anyone have like anything to add? Any questions? Anything they want to do more of, like to end the year off? Like
did anyone like get the Bet on Your Biz thing? Like did anyone hit their rank?
Well, I was talking to Shelby about it. Whoops. And it would have been, like I said, we can hold it off till tomorrow. Because that's rank advancement day, but I don't think anyone hit it. But like I want to like the money's still sitting in my account, so I'm hoping we can at least donate it or like
I hit it, but
you did?
Yeah, but I don't want the money. So I want to use the money for something for our team.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Emerald. Carly Fulham's going Emerald.
Damn, Shelby.
Yay.
Yeah, but I want the money to be like something for our team. So that's what I was trying to think of if we do like
Emerald.
I don't know, like it's hard because everybody's in such different places, but I was trying to think of something. We'll brainstorm. It'll be
okay. Well, it's still there. So
we'll use the money for something for the team somewhere. Something. But I think, I don't know, I really I like those kind of groups. Would love to hear you guys' feedback because obviously that's the first time we ran that. So constructive feedback is definitely welcome. Like, what did you like? Do you want less check-ins? Do you want more check-ins? Do you want more actual training? Like, what's valuable for you guys? Because as a leader, you can sit on this side of the screen sometimes, and even if you've ran a team call, you can like talk, and sometimes it can feel like you're like talking to yourself a little bit, and you don't know if what you're saying is valuable at all unless people give you feedback, and we don't always get that. So if you do have like things you liked, things you didn't like, things you want more of, things you want less of, what could we do differently next time? Like, this is supposed to be a collaborative environment, so we don't like us telling you guys this is what we're gonna do. Like, we would love to hear like what's helpful, so that we can do more of that for sure. But I think heading into the end of the year and setting those kind of things up with prizes and end dates in mind. And I was thinking the last day to enter qualification is November 14th if you want to have the rank held by the end of the year. thinking of doing something with an end date of the 14th for anyone who is pushing for Diamond and beyond. But just
I think we should do it if everyone's down to do that again.
Too many groups. Like
Pardon?
Sometimes I just don't know if it gets to be too many groups, so that's why I want to ask everyone else. Like with like book clubs and everything going on as well, and like push groups and pods and whatever.
Yeah, like I like them a lot, and I think that the Bet on Your Biz like in the beginning was really great, but I find what's discouraging, I know for me, is when you're in the group and nobody else is showing up but you, and that's kind of what I felt like was happening. But obviously, I mean, people are busy, it happens, whatever, but I think that's the biggest motivator for me is when everyone's like going at it together kind of thing. But obviously that's not something that you can make happen. It's something we each individually have to make happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think too, like once we kind of lost the momentum, my mind was like, well, it's only $10. Like I was only out $10. So like, I don't know how to like what the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to bet more money, but like, I don't know how to like not get in that mindset either, you know? I don't know.
Well, yeah. It's like the money's like kind of a bonus thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right? But yeah, that's the tricky part is I don't think there's any incentive that can make you do it other than it coming from internally. So that's where it's tough is because it does have to be everyone in it together. It can't just be like a couple people showing up here and there.
Yeah, like do those like those power hour times work for everyone? Do you like Tuesdays and Thursdays? Like I didn't want to overwhelm and be like Monday to Friday, like I don't know. And to Wednesdays we already have our team call, so like does that work for everyone?
What if we did like with our push groups, we did more of like I feel like, because sometimes, oh my gosh, I can't even get it out. I'm just trying to think right now. I feel like when I'm like working my biz, when I get more like inspired and I start remembering like why I started, that's when I start pushing more. So I feel like even if we did like a push group and we were showing up like more for like our why, and like we were reminding ourselves every single week, like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we pushing ourselves? I feel like that might help. Like show your bat and why did you do this many invites today? Like, I feel like just pushing your why and why you decided to do this business is kind of what like motivates me sometimes. Because it like in the flow of things, like Lauren's right, we get busy. It's kind of like we just stop showing up. But if we remember why we're showing up and we have to tell each other why we're showing up, I feel like that might help with some incentive.
For sure. The other thing too is I think going back to that thought of if you're claiming these as your goals, then we're counting on you, right? So like if the team goal is elite and you raised your hand and said, yeah, I'm pushing for Diamond, then your team's counting on you to push for Diamond, right? So I think like that's something that also helps with the push groups, and just like really knowing that like nobody's goals can kind of happen if not everybody puts in the work.
It's totally a team thing. Well, if you want, what I can do is I can post like a poll in our team page, or like, because I know everyone couldn't make it on the call tonight, obviously, so it's kind of hard to make a decision. I know a lot of people obviously want the push group, but it would be nice to see how many people actually want to be in it.
Quick question too, do you prefer Facebook or the pod app?
I actually kind of like the what's it called again? Walkie talkie or
the Voxer?
Voxer.
Yeah.
I like I don't know. It is like a walkie talkie app. You can actually, but anyways, I like that like a little bit better than Facebook. I don't know why, but I like that. I like too just checking in with voice notes.
And I think having it in a separate app and with like separate notifications can be helpful. Would you think it's too harsh? Because I'm the tough love. Everybody knows that by now, but would you think it's too harsh if we said, okay, if you're committing, you have to show up, and if you don't show up for like a week at a time or whatever, you're removed from the group?
Not harsh.
That's what Danielle did.
No,
with
that's
us.
reasonable. That's what Danielle did. She was
Yeah.
like, she just came into the group and was like, "Yep, you're not doing anything. See ya."
Yeah.
That's how I got Emerald, because she literally was like, if you aren't showing up, like, I'm kicking you out. And I
Yeah,
was like,
because I love Danielle's groups. I was
Yeah.
like sad when she stopped doing them, but it was for that reason, because people were saying they were going to do it and then they didn't, and that's a waste of her time. So
Okay, I agree. I think Boxer's lit, and I think it would be super lit if we have like 25 people in there. Like everybody's like on fire, checking in every day and voice notes and pumping each other up. Like that's the kind of team I want to be a part of. So
Yeah.
I would love to do that too.
So would you guys want to be like all in one Boxer group chat? I think that's what. Yeah. Okay.
We can try it, and if it gets to be too much, we can break people off. But I think it's cool for people too to connect with other people. Because like a lot of, I think the newer coaches too, who haven't been able to make it to live events and stuff, maybe haven't gotten to meet everyone.
True. Yay! This was a very productive team call, guys. I'm pumped. It's true though. Like we have 3 months. Like we might as well talk about it now.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Is I was talking to a couple girls and saying there is like 14 weeks left. So think about like what you have to sacrifice when you're writing down your goals. What are the things you have to sacrifice? Can you sacrifice that even for the next 7? What if you just had to give up Netflix at night for the next 7 weeks, but then you could like ride on that success into next year? Like what would that feel like? And for me, I always think about, okay, like right now in the moment, Netflix is what I want to do. But when I wake up on January 1st, how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel like, yes, we freaking did it? Or did I want to feel like, man, if I just would have put in a little bit more work?
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's like so crazy to think like the end of the year is going to be here before we know it.
Let's do this. Okay, hang on.
And
way to end the
song, we need a song.
What kind of song?
Like a
pump up song?
Like
the Eye of the Tiger
song. Every time you need a push, you play that song, and then you send your invites. You know?
Ooh, tell me a song, because I don't know pump up songs. Well, I do, but like
Rise Up, but I don't know if that's everyone's.
What's it?
Rise Up. We listen to it sometimes when we do the power hours. I also made a hustle season playlist if anyone needs like music.
Okay, guys, take a boomerang with me. 1 second. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take
a song. Brainstorm, everyone. Brainstorm a song. It's gonna be our song. We're gonna know it's the team song.
Okay, so Voxer group is going to start.
Let's start tomorrow. It's a new week, new business.
Okay.
I can set it up if you want.
Okay, I was gonna say Monday, but tomorrow works.
Let's do it.
Because we'll have to make sure we have everyone that wants in.
Yeah, if you want to post the poll, and then I'll add everyone. Even if you're in this group, in case you don't want to be in the pod, still vote on the poll, because I'm only going to add people that actually want to be in. But if you want to post the poll, Sean, then we can, and I'll post one in the other team page too, just to make sure everybody who wants in is in. And then we can start checking in tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right, ladies. Well, we won't keep you any longer. Thanks for sharing your goals and actually like unmuting yourself and asking questions. So this will be recorded. It is recorded. I meant posted, and you can tag your coaches who couldn't make it tonight. All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.